Like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below. The final three charged with involvement in the so-called $0 tourist scams of 6 years ago have been acquitted here in the Thai Supreme Court. Referring to the cheap package holidays offered to Chinese back then that saw them trucked in coaches, overnighting in less expensive hotels, fed and traipsed around numerous shops and outlets specifically set up for the Chinese tours, led to enquiries, as ownership of most, if not all, of these services provided could be traced back to Chinese in many cases, and payment for all remained in China, never benefiting Thailand itself. Long since gone, thanks to COVID, the chances of zero tourism remain, though, for the future, as those centres for everything from a pillow to jewellery remain in mothballs, awaiting their former customers' return. 2016 saw a crackdown on $0 business, along with the initial seizure of over 1,500 coaches. 13 people here were charged with illegally operating tour businesses. None remain as being found guilty. For Bangkokians, where the Omicron version of COVID is seeing increasingly higher figures, the Public Health Ministry is advising people to seek treatment in hospitals in nearby provinces. This due to a local overload. And even the 1330 hotline can't keep up with the number of callers. With over 70,000 calls within a single day, despite increased manpower, the service managed to answer only approximately 50% of all those calls. Potential patients are being recommended to look elsewhere, and as far away from the capital as Chonburi and Ayutthaya, seeing most recommended home isolation and issued with favipiravir free of charge. In Isan, 9 loan shark operations have been raided, seeing numerous arrests and following complaints from members of the public. An ongoing undercover operation revealed the 9 groups of scammers and some 34 people are already in police custody. 17 bank books used by the gangs have also been seized, as reports indicate rates of 60% per month, often due daily, and threats to those who couldn't pay. Cheap booze and cigarettes smuggled in from Malaysia and stored in Songkhla for transport to the rest of the country were all confiscated this week. Excise officials found close to 1 million packs of cigarettes and 3,250 bottles of high-end booze, all intended for the black market and avoiding Thai customs tax. Alongside those obvious products, reports tell us that over 3,000 packs of playing cards were also found. Meanwhile, in our own region this morning, the province reports 1,320 new cases of COVID around the region in a 24-hour period. 201 in Chonburi, 453 in Sriracha and 367 in Banglamung, with Satahip reporting 71. Nationally, the figures remain about the same: 23,834 new cases reported, 19,351 recovered, and 54 deaths attributed to the virus. Neo is the hot word in the city again, as the current mayor launched 2 programs previously planned, which aim to see the city and Koh Larn become centres of investment and international tourism. Koh Larn is proposed to see improved utilities, better waste management, pier improvement, and improvements to public areas such as viewpoints. In the city, the Pattaya City Hospital has been earmarked for enhancement of outpatient services for eyesight, skeletal issues and renal patients, whilst a chronic disease department will be introduced too. Schools in the area can look to be upgraded, and the ever-present drainage issues will be readdressed too. This as local elections for the mayor's position are looming, and candidates are expected to register this month. Most newly relaunched eateries in the city look forward to a busy weekend as expats appear less and less reluctant to leave their homes after COVID. Former bars are, in many cases, already doing better than expected. But with the weekend here and more staff returning from the northeast to work, much of the city will without doubt be back on track. And with the Met Office promising highs today of 32, dropping down to 26, a much hotter day with a slight chance of rain. Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or programme,